Drop my gusher. YouTube, what a D2 is TV. I am Dre. Man, I updated my computer now. Everything's moving slow, man. I can't stand it. Got an article from the New York Post. Texas doctor who falsely diagnosed healthy patients to fund lavish lifestyle in $118 million scheme is sentenced to 10 years in prison. Texas doctor who falsely diagnosed healthy patients to fund his lavish lifestyle with private jets and luxurious cars, sports cars, as part of a $118 million health care scheme was sentenced to a decade behind bars. Rheumatologist Jorge Zamora Quezada, defrauded patients and insurance companies by purposefully diagnosing people with rheumatoid arthritis despite them not having the lifelong and incurable condition. Zamora, 68, masterminded the scheme out of his Mission, Texas office with the help of staffers who were abused and threatened by his status. The department said, there's Mr. Zamora. The disgraced healthcare provider led patients to believe they were suffering from chronic illnesses and they would pay unnecessary and costly treatments and testing that included a variety of injections, infusions, x-rays, MRIs, and other procedures. The regimens included the administration of toxic medications that had potentially harmful and even deadly side effects. Zamora also falsified medical records of his patients to secure insurance funds from providers by falsifying medical. He defrauded $28 million from the Help, Medicare, Medicaid, TRICARE, Blue Cross Blue Shield. Other doctors in the Rio Grande Valley testified against Zamora during the 25-day trial, revealing the surprising findings when they treated hundreds of patients believing they had RA. For most patients, it was obvious that they did not have rheumatoid arthritis, one rheumatologist testified. The dangerous treatments Zamora prescribed caused patients to develop debilitating side effects, including strokes, necrosis of the jawbone, hair loss, and liver damage. Other victims developed pain so severe that they were left unable to perform simple everyday tasks, constantly being in bed and being unable to get up from bed alone, and being pumped with medication. I didn't feel like my life had any meaning, one patient told the court. The mother compared her child to a lab rat with the amount of medication Zamora prescribed. The corrupt caregiver used his position to hire foreign staffers who needed employment to remain in the country on their J-1 visas and wouldn't question his authority unless they risked being fired and deported. Let me finish this. Gusher, pretty good. Calling himself Eminencia or a menace, Zamora built a work atmosphere of fear and authority. Zamora would use his employees as models of ultrasounds that he would include as part of a fabricated missing patient's file. If he were audited by an insurer, thousands of patients' files were stored in a separate shed ravaged by rodents and termites. Most documents covered in feces and urine. If he was questioned on missing patients' records, the doctor would order his staffers to make files appear. Zamora used the millions in takings to build an expansive real estate portfolio complete with 13 separate properties in the U.S. and Mexico, purchased a 2-engine plane and a Maserati Gran Turismo. Dr. Zamora funded his luxurious lifestyle for two decades by traumatizing his patients, abusing his employees, lying to insurers, and stealing taxpayer money. The DOJ's criminal division head, Matthew Galeotti, said his depraved conduct represents a profound betrayal of trust toward vulnerable patients who depend on the care and integrity from their doctors. Zamora was convicted of 1 count of conspiracy to commit healthcare fraud, 7 counts of healthcare fraud, and 1 count of conspiracy to obstruct justice. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison in order to forfeit $28,245,454. His real estate portfolio, jet, and Maserati. Today's sentence is not just a punishment, it's a warning. Medical professionals who harm Americans for personal enrichment will be aggressively pursued and held accountable to protect our citizens and public fisc. Galliotti said. Well, well, well. Not much to say about this guy, huh? Down Home News TV. Y'all have a good one.